All right, so I'm here with Parker. Parker, how you doing today?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well. Enjoying this nice South Carolina weather, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's beautiful down here. I never get tired of it.
Absolutely. All right, so I know you're a busy man, so I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen here. We can get right into this.
Sweet.
All right, can you see that all right?
Yep, it's worked good for me.
All right, perfect. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll just go over your current situation. So you're spending $10 million in annual consumable products. You currently have multiple suppliers that work with each location, and each location's using their different, like their own different ones. You have gone to Fastenal before to for selected products, which we've handled doc to doc model. You currently have no supply chain solution and nothing's being implemented. You have no inventory tracking system, and about 15% of your inventory is no good. So approximately like $375 worth of inventory. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that all sounds pretty right.
All right. So I'll go over some solutions I have for you. The first one's going to be the coil machine. This is a very compact machine. It holds smaller items. So if you're dealing with space issues, this would be a good one. It works on one transaction will be one dispense. So you'll have your employees put in their PIN code and then they'll be able to select whatever they need and they'll give them one of it. It comes with the software that'll track your inventory. So you'll be able to see who's taking out what and when and how much inventory you have left. And this one would be better for your smaller locations. I know you work with 8 locations in total. So whichever has a smaller amount of staff, this one would probably be your best. Another one is the sensor machine. This is more of like a medium sized option. It holds medium to big items. This one works as one transaction. You can get multiple of the same items. So it's kind of the same deal. Your employees would put in their passcode. They can open a little drawer and they can take as much as they would need from that one specific drawer. Also comes with the software to track your inventory, and this one would be best for your small to medium locations. The third solution would be our locker machine. This is the largest size we have. It holds medium to big items, and just like the last, it works with one transaction equals multiple of the same items. So they'll come over, they'll scan themselves in, and then they can open the door and they can take what supplies they need. This one will also come with the software to track your inventory just like the rest, and this is best for your medium to large locations. So my recommendation would be to sign an exclusive deal that makes Fastenal your supplier for at least 2 years. The reason I'm choosing 2 years is because I want you to have 1 year for your employees to get used to the new system and 1 year to actually notice the changes. Uh, I would say to put at least 2 vending machines per location. So you have 8 locations, so at least 16 machines. I would say to use a combination of the coil, which is our small one, and the locker, which is the biggest, at your small locations. That way you can still manage your sizes the best, but get all the products you need. And since the locker is the biggest, it's the most like bang for your buck, you could say. And for your bigger locations, I would say use a combination of the sensor in the locker. That way you're kind of getting rid of the coil because it holds a lot less than the sensor, but you're still maximizing your space and getting the most products. So some fees that we have for our machines is there's a software fee, which is $40 per machine monthly. And we also ask that you have at least $2,000 of purchase orders for MRO items per machine monthly. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff that you get for free. So we'll install it for free. If anything goes wrong, we'll repair it for free. If you're having any issues on the supports or on the software side, we have 24-hour support helpline for our software, and all of the stocking is free. So you won't have to take any time out of your employee's day to have them stocking our machines. We'll handle that for you. So that comes to about $32,640 monthly, which is $391 or $391,680 annually, and that's across all 8 locations. So that's your total right there.
All right, I just have a quick question. So for the $2,000, is that do I have to only pay $2,000 on purchase orders per machine every month, or can that kind of vary?
So it can vary. It's all depends on what you specifically need. Um, we ask that the 2000 is at the minimum. So if you are operating and you notice now that you have all this more free time for, or not free time, all this extra time for your employees, since you're not having to shut down due to not having the right supplies or anything like that, and you want to ramp up production, you could have an order of $4,000 if you really wanted. It's just we ask that the bare minimum be 2,000.
All right, sounds good.
Anything else for it?
Um, so you said with the sensor and the locker machine, you said that the sensor is better for the smaller warehouse, but you then recommended that it was like get the sensor and the locker machine for the smaller warehouses as well. Is there, I mean, it all sounds great. I like the variety of the products that you're trying to put forth there, but how would you kind of go about putting that bigger machine in a smaller warehouse?
So if you really wanted, we could send out some reps to come over to whichever location you would like. We're pretty national, as I know you are as well. We can do a walkthrough of your facilities and we can strategically position each machine to where it'll be easy access to everybody who needs it and where it's going to be optimal for space. Like we won't have it where you have to move something or if it's going to take up a whole bunch of space. So yeah, we would love to see it in person. That way we can work with you and get your vision on what you would like to have and where you'd like to have it.
Awesome. And just one more with just with obviously, as you know, we've had some issues with the supply chain in the past couple years or so, ever since the pandemic and the aftermath of it. Just because it kind of is like a little hectic over here with making with having it's having a little no, sorry about that. We've been having a little bit of trouble with being able to confirm with some of our suppliers that we will be getting everything in the right amount and on time. So is there any way that instead of just coming out and making that big financial commitment that we'd be able to kind of try out the machines and kind of see how they work?
Yeah, I don't see any problem with that. I would probably have to get some permission from supervisors and higher up management, but I don't see why they would turn that down. I think that'd be a good solution. That way we could work on both ends. You'd get to test the product. We'd get to see how you operate and see how we can do whatever we can to try and make your operations more efficient.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm loving what I hear here. Just with all the extra money and inventory we've been wasting over the last couple years, this does seem like a viable solution to help lower those numbers. So, I would love to meet with you another time. I mean, I need to go back and talk to my people, crunch some numbers and all that stuff. And yes, I would love to meet some other time and kind of figure things out.
Yeah, I'd love that too. You have my information. You can go ahead, meet with your people. I'll do the same and meet with mine. And hopefully, what do you say? Within 6 months, we'll schedule another face-to-face meeting. Hopefully, I can come down to South Carolina and see the facilities.
Yeah, maybe we can play around a golf too.
Oh, that sounds like a great time.
Awesome. Well, yeah, no, that sounds great. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the future, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, Parker.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.